Hey, welcome to our explainer. Did you know there's a battle being fought every single day? And you're right there on the front lines, whether you even realize it or not. So I want you to think about it for a sec. What's the biggest, most consistent battle you fight every day? Is it, I don't know, getting out of bed? Resisting that extra cup of coffee? Well, you might be surprised by the real answer. Yep, the battle for your health, it actually starts right inside your mouth. It's this constant struggle between you and some really tiny but surprisingly destructive enemies. And the stakes? Oh, they're way higher than you might think. All right, so first up, we're gonna meet your two biggest enemies. Because, to win any battle, you've got to know who you're up against, right? So let's unmask the culprits that are trying to mess with your oral health, probably as we speak. Okay, so enemy number one is something called plaque. Just think of it like this sticky, invisible army of germs that's always trying to set up camp on your teeth. And these little guys are super resourceful. They feast on the sugars you eat and drink, and then they turn that sugar into their weapon of choice, acid. And this constant acid attack, well, it leads to the two main problems pretty much everyone faces. I guarantee you've heard of them: cavities and gum disease. These are the direct results of that plaque army winning the daily skirmish. So let's break down plaque's two main lines of attack here. First, on the tooth front, you've got cavities. That's when that acid literally starts to eat away at your protective enamel. And that's what causes those nasty toothaches or that sensitivity to hot and cold stuff. Then, on the gum front, you've got gum disease. This is what happens when plaque hangs around too long, hardens into tartar, and your gums get all inflamed. That's when you see bleeding or deal with persistent bad breath. Okay, enough doom and gloom about the enemies, right? The good news is you are not defenseless in this fight. Not even close. So now let's talk about your daily defense strategy. It's time to arm yourself for the fight. And here's the most important thing to remember. You don't need some super complicated high-tech weapon to win this. The most effective defense is actually a really simple daily routine. Consistency is everything. So your core defense is really just a simple 3-step plan. Step 1, brush with a fluoride toothpaste. The fluoride is crucial because it helps rebuild and strengthen your enamel. Step 2, floss. Every single day. This is how you clear out that sneaky plaque from between your teeth or a brush just can't get to. And step 3, limit sugar and acidic foods. Basically, you're cutting off the enemy's supply line. And out of all those steps, this next part is maybe the most critical. Just remember this one number, 2. Brushing 2 times a day is, without a doubt, your most powerful weapon. It's the one action that physically breaks up and removes that plaque army before it can do any real damage. Okay, so once you've got those basics down cold, you can bring in some reinforcements. Think of these as your advanced tactics. You can clean your tongue. That really helps fight bad breath. You could use a therapeutic mouthwash to neutralize even more threats. Definitely avoid smoking, because that's just terrible for your gums. And this is a big one. Never, ever ignore a toothache. That's your body's alarm system telling you it's time to call in the professionals. All right, final section, securing a winning smile. So daily tactics are one thing, but how do you make sure you win the war in the long run? This is your long-term victory plan. This right here is where the war is truly won. It's not about having one heroic day of perfect brushing and flossing. It's about how all those small, consistent daily actions add up over time. It's like you're investing in your own health, and your real superpower here is just being consistent. Now, let's take that magic number, 2, and apply it to a different timeline. We're not talking twice a day anymore, we're talking twice a year. You gotta think of your dentist as your strategic command center. Going for those professional checkups and cleanings is where they get rid of the really tough, hardened tartar that your daily brushing can't touch. Plus, it lets them spot any trouble early and make sure your whole defense strategy is actually working. So, we're going to end with this question for you. Now that you've met the enemy and you know your defensive toolkit, is your daily routine truly defending your smile? I mean, really think about it. Are you just kind of going through the motions, or are you actively fighting to win that battle in your mouth every single day? Because as you've seen, the power to win, it's completely in your hands.